Hey everybody, welcome back to Zindy. So if you've seen our last video, we did a step-by-step on how to make these super cute shaker acrylics, the badge reels. And so today I wanted to use this video to kind of answer some of the questions that I've gotten, and then also show you how to make one that doesn't have liquid in it, and when to put the polymer clay pieces in, or sprinkles, or whatever you're going to put inside the acrylics, and how to do that. Okay, so one of the questions that I got asked a lot is the type of food coloring, if you can use gel or liquid. It doesn't matter. I have both gel and liquid here. As long as it's mixed well, it doesn't matter either way. So you can use gel or liquid food coloring. Can you use alcohol inks? You can definitely try. Alcohol inks will fade sometimes, and it's a lot harder to get the colors accurate with that whenever doing this type of thing. But you can definitely try the alcohol inks. I prefer the look of the food coloring and how it works with the glycerin and everything, but alcohol inks is an option if you'd like to try that. What else? Oh, another thing that people ask a lot is putting vinyl on the inside. You can do that, but you have to be careful with things like glycerin and mineral oil. One of the most dangerous things for adhesive, specifically the adhesive on the back of vinyl, or oils. So glycerin and mineral oil, if that seeps in behind the edges of the vinyl, it will start to curl and lose that adhesion. So you can put vinyl inside, but if you're going to do that, I would recommend doing water, or you can also use contact solution, which is another question we have. Another option as far as the liquid inside, you can use like saline solution inside. But if you're going to put vinyl in, I would recommend covering the whole back piece so that the edges aren't exposed. They'll be sealed with the edge of your acrylic. And then not using glycerin or anything with oils in it if you're going to put the vinyl inside. So you're much safer to put the vinyl on the back or on the front, okay? So I think those are the main questions I got. Oh, and the other thing, I got a lot of questions on where to find these bottles. If you look on the bottom of the video, all the way at the bottom, there's an Amazon affiliate link there, and I have a link to these specific needle nose bottles. Oh, this is the other thing. Making the hole in the 3D piece. You can definitely drill it if you prefer. The safer option are these to cut it prior to, so you're not holding your acrylic trying to drill in. In addition, if you drill the hole after it's all assembled, you do risk getting debris inside of the acrylic. Whenever you use the clippers, you're clipping that off. There's no chance of getting any kind of debris or anything inside. And then there's much less risk of it actually cracking or you damaging your seal, because if you say, for instance, if I wanted to drill this and I have all this sealed nice and pretty, you have a bigger chance of that seal breaking or cracking because of the pressure that you have to apply to actually drill it. So again, you totally can drill it if you find like that's easier, like with the Dremel, but my personal preference is to use the clippers and just clip that little hole, okay? If any of this is not making sense, watch our prior video. I have it all step by step. So today we're gonna go ahead and do the pill bottle. It might be called medicine bottle on the website. I don't remember. I think it's pill bottle. So we're gonna do that one today, and we're gonna do it with no liquid inside, and we're gonna use some of the polymer clay sprinkles, just so you can see when to add those, how to add those. And this will be the same thing if you were adding glitter or anything like that. In this order is how you would add it. Okay, so let me get my gloves on and I will be right back. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking my pieces and lining them up properly to make sure I have it on the correct side, because the pill bottle is not perfectly symmetrical. A lot of those Zindy blanks I hand draw, so they're not always 100% the same on each side. So you just want to make sure you have it set up properly. Okay, so we have that, so that. So we're going to move this top piece out of the way. I'm going to go a little bit quicker on this one since I already did a full video on how to do it. So if there's any questions you have during this, definitely refer to our previous one. And it can give you more insight on what we're doing. So we're going to take that backing paper off. We're going to do the same thing for our 3-dimensional piece. If you're looking for these on the website, if you just type in shaker, I have a whole section of all the shaker pieces. So it includes these little pieces are called shaker pieces on the website. And then these are just regular acrylics, but this is in the lightweight acrylic. But if you type in shaker and you go to that section, you'll find all of these pieces all together. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, because we're not putting liquid in this, we don't need to clip a hole into this, so it's gonna stay intact. And we are using UV resin today. You can use regular resin if you prefer. It'll just take more time. All right, so we're just gonna follow the edge. We're going to take our shaker piece, apply that on. And just remember, when working with UV resin, if you're working in front of a window, you can't work outside, because if this is exposed to UV light, it will start curing immediately. So we're going to go ahead and cure this now that we have that. All right, my dears, so we got that first part. Again, UV resin will be sticky if it's not cured all the way, so that's a good way to see if you need to cure it more. All right, so we got that. So now we're gonna go ahead and put our polymer clay pieces in. If you were gonna put liquid in it, so like this one for instance, I did liquid and polymer clay. Oh my goodness. I put liquid and polymer clay pieces. If you're gonna do that, I would recommend put a little bit of liquid here, put your clay pieces on. It'll just help them move whenever you put them in, so they're not like stuck to the edge of your acrylic. Eventually they'll come off, obviously, but it just helps to immediately have movement of your clay pieces. Okay, so for this one, we're not gonna put any liquid. We are going to do the sprinkles. So here's our little sprinkles. And we're just gonna put a few. I don't like that one. That one's weird. Okay, so we're just gonna put a few sprinkles. Try to get a variety of colors. And you can put as little or as many as you'd like. I do like to keep my sprinkles and everything towards the middle of my acrylic, so that whenever I put my resin to fill the top, it's not touching my sprinkles or whatever clay pieces I have in there. Don't like that one either. All right. And you can always do a mixture of like this and a little bit of glitter or whatever. Like, that's what makes these so fun, is you can do such a variety and all of them are so different. Another thing that you can mix with your glycerin is mica powder. That has a really cool effect. Or you can also mix a glow powder if you want it to glow. Tons of options. Okay, I feel like that's enough. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and remove my backing paper off the top of my shaker, keeping note of what the top is and what the bottom is, so that I line it up properly. Okay, put that there. We're gonna go ahead and do our UV. And all we're gonna do is just follow along the edge, and this is gonna be our seal for the top. All right. Take our acrylic piece, put that on top. At this point, you can really look at the sides and see if you have a good seal. The nice thing is if you don't have liquid in it, it's not as important to have no gaps. So like if I was putting liquid in this one, this little gap right here would really mess this up. So we would have to lift this up and add more resin. But because I'm not putting liquid and I am gonna put a border on there, I'm not too concerned about that. And also you will notice it'll be staticky at first whenever you first put it on. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and seal that. So we're gonna look at this. So we have our cute little shaker pills, so cute. All right, now from here, we can do any, let me zoom out a little bit. From here, we can do any further decoration or anything we want to do with that. So for this one, I do have a lid of the vinyl cut out. So we're gonna go ahead and add that. Take my gloves off now that I can do this better. All right, so we're gonna take our lid. Gonna add our little accent piece to make that lid more three-dimensional. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and also add some cute little eyeballs because everything is cuter with a face. Okay, so where are my scissors? Okay, so I got that part. So cute. Okay, so here is our little shaker pill bottle. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. And then we can go ahead and remove this backing paper. Definitely leave the backing paper where you're still working on it. So if any resin leaks over the side, as in this little piece, it'll just come right off. Now from here, we could put some vinyl on the back. We could leave it as is. We could put a little border around it. That actually brings me to the other question that I got, is how to make the border piece like this around the edge of the acrylic. So see how this one has that border piece around? So what you'll do is you'll take the file that comes with the acrylic blank, and what it is all I did was add an internal offset or an inset. Okay, so an internal offset and an inset are the same thing. Basically, you're taking the shape and mathematically making it smaller so it's even all the way around. So I always do this in Adobe Illustrator. In Adobe Illustrator, any files you make there, you can use for Cricut or Silhouette or any vinyl cutter software. Anything you make in Illustrator, there's a variety of ways to save it. So no matter what kind of vinyl cutter you have, you can use the files you make there. So I will do another video showing how to do this, specifically in Adobe Illustrator, and then you'll be able to just save the file and use it for Cricut or for Silhouette, Graphtech, pretty much anything. Even commercial printers use Adobe Illustrator for print and cut and all of that stuff. So basically, if you understand offset and inset or negative offset, that's how I made this outline piece. But again, I'll do a video showing y'all exactly how to do that in Adobe Illustrator. All of this designing that I do everything in Adobe Illustrator. It's the most versatile option because anything you make there, you can save it however you want. It's your files. You're not limited to like how Cricut, you can't save SVGs and all of that. It's nothing like that. So I'll show y'all in Illustrator how to do that. But here is our little shaker. Again, from here, we could put in a bag drill like this one. We could put a magnet on the back and use it as a magnet. Anything like that. And again, we could put vinyl on the back. We could glitter the back. We could go ahead and resin the front. Anything we want to do. But hopefully that helps you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll have some more videos up later this week. Bye.